Your teacher evaluation is coming up. And a few weeks ahead of that, you want to do a self-assessment. Basically to ask the question, how am I doing and how can I best prepare for my evaluation? Now, I would argue that teachers ought to be doing this regularly anyway, but certainly if your evaluation is coming up, it's a good time to stop and reflect on what you're doing, how well you're doing it, and what you can do better so that when you get evaluated, you get a good evaluation. We're going to turn to AI to assist us with that process. Let's take a look at two different approaches, a more narrative approach and a more quantitative approach, and some recommendations about how you might use the results, starting with prompt number 1. So in prompt number 1, we're going to start off with I teach, and you're going to describe your specific context, grade, subject, content area, anything special about it. That all goes right there. So tell me about your teaching. Then, what are you trying to accomplish? Self-assessment, and the part to modify is, what are you going to be assessed on? What are you going to be evaluated on? What is your principal going to be looking for? What do you want the AI to do to help you with this? Well, simply ask me 10 short answer questions, one at a time, just to make it easier, regarding my performance. And then, after I do all my responses, give me some critical feedback. And the word critical is actually important there. We don't want it to be like, oh, you're so wonderful, or you're so whatever. We want an accurate, objective, pluses and minuses kind of feedback. Now, I've already run this prompt because nobody wants to see me type up a bunch of made up responses. So I've already done it. And let me show you what we get from this. So here we've got the prompt. We've got the first question. How well do you intentionally plan social skills? So it's referring back to that area I talked about. And I simply do a little head scratching and add my short answer response. Now, it's going to go through all 10 questions like this. So if you're prone to motion sickness, close your eyes for a moment. I'm going to scroll really fast. 9, 10. Okay, you can open your eyes again. Critical feedback on your social development process. And the nice thing about the AI helping with this, AIs are built as large language models. They are good at analyzing language. So it can take these short answer responses and find key information and analyze it and match it up to other language things like your evaluation criteria to generate some good feedback. And what has it done? Overall summary, nice. Strengths, things you do well based on your responses, very nice. And growth areas and targeted feedback. These are things to think about pretty carefully before you get evaluated. Now, based on that, we've got some high impact next steps, recommended actions you can take now to make sure you are ready for when you get evaluated. And overall. Now, one nice thing that we can do as a follow-up is to generate this as a report ready for submission. In many cases, and it's a good idea, a principal or administrator will say, here are the things you're going to be evaluated on. Do a little self-reflection. Think about it, write it up, and submit it to me so that we can then discuss it. All right, well, you've done all the information already. What you need is some help with packaging it and drafting it for submission. That then brings us to prompt number 2, which is, all right, take these results, prepare them as a narrative analysis that I can submit to my administrators, and propose 3 or 4 actions that I can take now to make improvements. Importantly, because this is coming from you, write the analysis results in the first person. I've got another video I did recently on how to make AI write like a person, and especially how to make it write in your style. So you might want to take a look at that and apply some of those techniques here. But just asking for the analysis in the first person is going to get you most of the way there. It's going to do what it needs to do for you. All right, so we follow up with that prompt there, and then it prepares for us. There's my prompt. It prepares for us a nice first-person narrative. So, for example, I provide intentional and systematic instruction. Great. And hi, David Bowman here. If you are enjoying this video and these techniques, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, if you are a school administrator or a PD lead and you're looking for some support for your staff to make the most effective use of AI within the learning environment, feel free to give us a call or send us an email. We'd love to talk to you about how we can work together to make sure that your staff is using AI effectively to meet the learning needs of kids. Now, back to the video. I monitor students' performance, so it's coming from you. You do want to read it, approve it, modify it as needed pretty carefully before you ever turn it in, because this is coming from you. It's based on your information. The AI has helped to draft it, but it's still got your name on it, so look at it pretty carefully. However, you will get a nice report based on your self-assessment. So that's great. Now, the second approach, which I'm not going to do now, is based on a specific teaching methodology or a specific pedagogical approach. Here I said Marzano's techniques. I'm not going to do this one, but if you want the whole prompt, just go over to the website and get it. It will be on there. There'll be a link in the description for the page that has this information on it. All right. So ask me questions, etc., etc. Otherwise, it's pretty much similar. Now, the second approach, which is a simpler approach, honestly, is something you can do when you've got the actual document of your evaluation criteria. What are the performance expectations? Do you have a rubric? Do you have a list? Do you have a narrative that says, here is what you as a teacher will be evaluated on, and here's what we're looking for? So we're going to use that to generate a pretty quick self-assessment survey. So again, who are you? And what we're going to ask the AI to do in this case is review the uploaded teacher performance criteria. And is there any particular part? Here I said domain 1, so maybe this was an area of weakness before, so let's focus on that. Now, what do we want the AI to do? Ask 10 questions as before, one at a time. And then once I am done, we get through all the questions, score it, and provide critical feedback to help me prepare for my evaluation. So, as before, I already did it. So let me just go ahead and pull it up to show you what it can do. And here. All right, so let's go to the top. There's my domains. There's my prompt, and it's going to then say, all right, here's the scale, 1 through 5. It's going to ask me questions, and I will simply put in 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 for each question. So this one, for example, I put in a 4. You see it over there on the right. It goes through all of the questions, and you just type in your response. And finally, sorry about the motion sickness, but finally, here is my response summary, how I responded to each question, my score, my interpretation, my strengths, my areas for evaluation, critical feedback, and this was kind of nice, what an evaluator might say. So, a very nice way to go about self-assessment to help you prepare for your evaluation. I hope you found these techniques useful. Take care.